He's number 56. Ondersek, the left guard. Tanya, the center. Koval is the right guard, and McCreary, that's not Scotty, that's Nick McCreary, at right tackle, and Jerovic is the tight end on the right side, number 11. Receivers are Hudson and Thompson. The tailback is Brett Fitzsimmons, and the quarterback is Antoine Johnson.
Central Valley decked out in their Carolina blues with black numbers trimmed in white. The Mustangs of Laurel Highlands, the away whites, blue numbers trimmed in red. Mustang sideline on the far side. Central Valley on the near side. Not quite the normal crowd you see for a WPIAL playoff game, but that's because the weather is very dreary, to say the least, tonight. Still coming down in buckets. So it actually looks like there's a lake down between the 20 and 35-yard line on the far side.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but they changed uniforms after warm-ups. They had blue pants on during the warm-up, and now they have blue, light blue
more
pants.
like Carolina blue.
Yeah.
Coming out for the coin toss. They already had the actual coin toss. It was won by Central Valley. They deferred, so the Mustangs will get the football here in the first half, defending the goal to our right. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this. Central Valley and Laurel Highlands tonight here on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300.
Yeah.
That's 724-430-0300.
Just about set to go from Central Valley High School, the Warriors and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super. Joey Super keeping stats for us tonight. Jerry Dupay behind our camera on our Trib Live and Facebook Live video feed. And Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studio. Steve, what does Laurel Highlands have to do tonight to hang in this game with Central Valley?
Well, they got to score more points. No, but they got to. Actually, I think the weather, Brian, could be a help. I mean, it's absolutely miserable. It's fortunately not that cold. It's in the low 60s, but the rain is coming down in buckets. It's going sideways at times, and you can see, I'm sure when Jerry shows the picture of the lights over there, it's just coming down nonstop, and it's the field's puddling up. It's a turf field, but I think it'll help. Brian, it's going to make the offense more difficult. Ball slippery, might be some turnovers. Hey, we've got to get some breaks, and you never know. I mean, if you got a fighting chance, and you're down to the last 8 teams in this thing. So the Mustangs are one of those 8, and they got a puncher's chance. So why not? Why not us?
Serafino DeSantis to kick off for Central Valley. Rodney Gallagher back deep for Laurel Highlands, standing right around the 3-yard line. DeSantis set to go against Central Valley. Was off last week. Number 2 seed in this playoff field. Had a first-round bye their last game. A rare loss against Aliquippa as DeSantis pooches it off here on the near side. It'll go on the 27-yard line, and stepping out of bounds there for the Mustangs was Caleb Rafel. No, check, that's Hunter Kuzier over there, stepping out of bounds where Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10.
Good job by Kuzier to come up and catch that short, high kick and not let it bounce on the turf. And it's the football will get wet, heavy. That'll probably be tough for the passing game, the kicking game. Everything's more difficult. You got to watch the snaps. And, of course, the Mustangs will actually, we got Hoff starting at quarterback, Brian. They switched it up on us.
Yes, as a protector back to each side. We saw this against Connellsville. He'll fake the handoff, call his own number, looking for running room there on the inside, and gets forward to the 30-yard line. About a 2-yard pickup there for Parker Hoff to bring up 2nd down and 8. And Hoff has been utilized in this Mustang offense more often here over the last couple of weeks, coming in with 15 carries for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's thrown 8 times, 5 of 8 for 48 yards, and has 1 interception.
Well, Hoff can run the ball. We saw that against Connellsville. He can throw it a little bit too, but you wonder, probably use a lot of jet sweeps with Gallagher.
And a snap comes back. It's behind Parker Hoff. He wasn't expecting it. Loose football, and Parker just hops on it back at the 9-yard line. He was not expecting that football to come back.
Well, he was looking at Gallagher coming in motion, and that's where the weather is going to become an issue. And, of course, that ball, like you said, I don't think the weather would have the weather probably didn't matter if you can't see or not ready for the snap. So there was some miscommunication there between the center and the quarterback there, and Mustangs go backwards.
When it's an 18-yard loss on the play to bring up 3rd down and 26. Line of scrimmage, Laurel Highlands 12-yard line, just underway. Opening drive for Laurel Highlands, 10:45 left here in the opening quarter. Now Gallagher back in at quarterback. They're in tight on both sides of the line. He's going to pull it down, look to run. Tough running here. Just gets across the 10 forward to the line of scrimmage, the 12-yard line. So no gain on the play. And now, Steve, the Mustangs going 3 and out, and a very dangerous punting situation now for the Mustangs.
Well, the dangerous part is catching the snap. So you gotta be sure-handed back there. Radcliffe's been terrific when he's been able to punt the ball and catch the snap, but he's got to be really aware to catch that football. And it's a tight formation. They actually look like they're coming to try to block it.
Sending 10 men coming forward, and Harry able to get it away, angles it off on the far side, and that'll go back to Jarvin Thompson at the 42-yard line, and Thompson on the near side looking for running room, gets inside the 30 and run out of bounds at the Mustang 25. That's going to be a late hit.
Yeah, Parker Hoff, late hit, pushed him right into that was
Tristan
15,
McCoy.
Yeah, McCoy. And no need for that. And McCoy just, they have those wide sidelines there, and he was a good 3 or 4 feet out, wasn't he?
On behalf the distance to the goal, and you'll have Central Valley starting their opening drive of the game here inside the Laurel Highlands 15-yard line. With 9:51 left here in the opening quarter, personal foul there against the Mustangs. And not the start the Mustangs are looking for here on the road. That deferring looking pretty good for Central Valley after winning the coin toss. You get a 3 and out of Laurel Highlands, an 18-yard loss on a bad snap, and now you start your opening drive of the Laurel Highlands 12-yard line. Now Antoine Johnson out of the shotgun with Brett Fitzsimmons off to his right. And Fitzsimmons will get the football here on the left side, trying to turn the corner. Good pursuit defensively, and Fitzsimmons brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Caden Friel for a 2-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, good job by Friel. Stretch that out, grab him from behind, and slam him down onto the wet turf. And I think the turf, Brian, it looks like because of the light shining in, you see puddles over there on the far hash marks, but I think those puddles are pretty much everywhere. Just you can't see them as much from this angle closer on the camera, but it's wet all over the field.
Remember, Fitzsimmons came in 1,438 rushing yards on the season and 25 touchdowns. Johnson again out of the shotgun. Going to Fitzsimmons again, a little running room here up the middle. Gets inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. So a 7-yard gain there for Brett Fitzsimmons, the 5'10", 185 senior for Central Valley. That'll bring up third down and about 7 here for Central Valley.
And you'll wonder if they don't get it, if they'll kick. They got a good field goal kicker.
Actually didn't get a great spot at all, Steve. They ruled him down at the 9-yard line. So 3rd down and 6. They get a first down here at the 3-yard line, and you have Johnson now on a pistol set with Fitzsimmons right behind him. They're going to send Simpson in motion on the far side. Resets in the slot left. Another run and try to bounce it out, but not much running room there for Brett Fitzsimmons. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage. And now a tough situation here, Steve. 4th and 6. Opening drive of the game for Central Valley. You're at the Laurel Highlands 9-yard line. You dare kick it. You have a nice kicker in Serafino DeSantis, but your running game has been strong all season as well.
Wow, they're keeping the offense on the field, but they have not gained yards like you would think. And the Mustangs defensively have stood to the challenge so far.
Little play action here on 4th down, maybe?
I think, you got a good quarterback, but I don't know with their running game.
Johnson will take the snap. He's going to put it up, scrambles to the near side, a little pump fake, pulls it down. He's in trouble back to his left, has a lot of running room, has a man open in the end zone. Mustangs with pursuit, and they're going to run. Wow. Johnson out of bounds on the far side of the Mustang. Defense holds as Central Valley turns the football over on down. 7:44 left here in the opening quarter. Scoreless. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists, extending best wishes to our Fayette County teams.
2 minutes, 7 seconds.
Our providers and staff all live locally and are committed to fulfilling the digestive health needs of our community. We encourage everyone at age 50 to get a screening colonoscopy because preventing cancer is the best way to fight cancer. Call 724-437-7677 or visit us at swgispecialists.com.
The Mustangs from their own 10-yard line. Rodney Gallagher on the option, calling his own number and run out of bounds on the far side, getting 5, maybe 6 there up to the 16-yard line. Now the Mustangs, Steve, an opportunity to maybe settle back in here a little bit.
Right, on that play, he ran out to the left, and we couldn't get the number of who ran him out of bounds, but he had Thompson wide open in the end zone, and for some reason he did not want to throw it. And look at that rain really coming down now.
I've seen some fog there as well
like
on the
some
lights.
Fog, yeah, it almost looks like a cloud coming over.
2nd and 5 now for Laurel Highlands from their own 16-yard line. Gallagher takes the snap, play fake again, calls his own number, and a little running room here for a Mustang first down. Rodney Gallagher picking up 7 forward to the Laurel Highlands 23. First down of the night on either side. With 7:29 left on a running clock here in the opening quarter. Nice to have you along with us. Quarterfinal round of the WPIAL playoffs. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Central Valley Warriors. 1st and 10 now for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs working right to left as we describe it. Gallagher staying in at quarterback. Mustangs actually started Parker Hoff as the quarterback tonight. Twin receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Gallagher, another design run here the entire way, and Rod bouncing it out on the far side, getting 4, maybe 5 again to bring up 2nd down and a manageable 5. Again, I have to thank our live video stream sponsors tonight. Laurel Highlands Football Boosters, Fayette County Clerk of Courts Tim Dye. Roosters roost on Francis Street with a new menu and catering service now available. Fayette County Commissioner Vince Facides, Thurby's Riverside Ford, the law offices of Zebley, Mahalav, and White, and the Uniontown Printing Press. They gave Rod only 3, so it's 2nd and 7 from the Laurel Highlands 26. Gallagher back out of the shotgun. Twin receivers to the far side. Single coverage to the near side. Man coming in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Hand off to Tucker. He lost the football. It's loose. Central Valley is saying they have the football, and they do.
Gallagher's just got to keep the ball. He's just I just hate to say it, like he's going to hand it off, and it just goes on the ground right away.
So Central Valley taking over. 6:50 left here in the opening quarter. Back in 30 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
As we come back, a procedure penalty here against Central Valley. Had a little movement there on the line, Steve. Now 1st and 15, line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 29-yard line. So the Mustangs looked like they had something going there, Steve, and then the fumble on the exchange from Gallagher to Tucker. And Central Valley with the football back on a 1st and 15 now from the Laurel Highlands 29. Johnson takes the snap, play fake. He's going to put it up, a little flip forward, and the ball brought down there by Garovac, the tight end, and Matt Garovac able to take it down to the 7-yard line, 22-yard gain on the play if it stands.
Pass complete to number 11, Matt Garovac.
Eligible downfield.
Yep, that's going to hurt for Central Valley. Head coach Mark Lyons doesn't like that call, Steve. Garovac came in, 8 receptions, 166 yards, and a touchdown. So back-to-back penalties on this drive for Central Valley. And if the name Mark Lyons sounds familiar, of course, he has more wins than any WPIAL coach since 2010, leading Central Valley to 5 WPIAL championships and a couple of state titles. Also the former coach at Mount Pleasant, Steve, back in the early 2000s. Did a lot of those Mount Pleasant Uniontown games back in the day. 1st and 20 now after the ineligible man downfield to bring a man in motion. And the jet sweep going here to Denario Simpson. And Simpson trying to work his way up the field. Maybe a yard gain there for Simpson, the 5'8", 140 senior. His 18th carry of the season. Came in with pretty good numbers. 218 rushing yards and a touchdown. Limited to 1 there as Caden Friel brought him down to bring up 2nd down and 19.
Good job by Friel. Get a hold of the back of that jersey and stretch it out and did not let go.
2nd and 19, 5:54 left here in the opening quarter. The entire game so far has been played here in the Mustangs' end of the field. 2nd and long. Johnson sending a man in motion, has Fitzsimmons again off to his right. Fitzsimmons will get the football with running room on the left side. Went a little misdirection there, and Fitzsimmons able to get up the field down to the 28. Could have been a lot more, Steve. Fitzsimmons looked like he had a lot of running room there. Only got 5.
That was a great play by Black just to fight off a block. He only had one guy to beat and a guy on him. from Central Valley, but Black fought off the block and was able to slither away and make the tackle. And that could have been a huge gain, but Black saved a really big play for Central Valley going the other way.
3rd and 14, line of scrimmage, Laurel Highlands 28-yard line. 5 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Johnson out of the shotgun. Going to Fitzsimmons again here on the near side. And Fitzsimmons inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Just a 4-yard gain on 3rd and 14. And now Central Valley faced with a 4th and 10.
Yeah, 4th and 10, and you're going to have they're going to switch footballs. They're going to probably do that a lot tonight. The balls are wet, obviously. And now you're not going to get it's probably too far to kick. Even though the kicker was pretty good in warm-ups, he can kick them pretty far, and the wind is behind him. But
a lot going on there with the exchange, the snap, and everything else here in very, very wet conditions.
Yep.
So twin receivers, teach side, 4th and 10 for the Mustangs, 24. They'll bring Simpson in motion. He'll reset in the slot left as Johnson takes the snap. They're coming after him, setting up the middle screen. It was almost intercepted, not going to matter. The Mustangs will take over on downs as that one went right to Caden Friel, knocked it down. So the Mustangs with 4:12 left here in the opening quarter, scoreless game, get the football back again, and we're back in 30 here in the C.R. Bronner Group High School Sports Night.
M&R Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, has been helping students travel safely to school in Fayette County for more than 3 years. M&R Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands football team, wishes all of our area teams the best of luck. For more information about M&R Transit, phone 724-439-3164 or stop into their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
4:12 left here in this opening quarter, and boy, Steve, has the Laurel Highlands Mustangs defense been impressive.
The defense has been impressive, and the offense actually moved the football, but just a turnover and a bad snap kind of derailed a couple drives.
Now Rodney taking the snap, again designed to run the entire way right up the middle, and Rodney across the 25 forward to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 to bring up 2nd down and 6. You're going to see a lot of Gallagher. Came in 124 carries, 558 yards rushing, and 10 rushing touchdowns.
Well, this is a perfect storm for the Mustangs to really to get to stay in this game. It's just a rainstorm, and that makes it tough for Central Valley to move the ball, and the Mustangs are just going to basically do what they do, give it to Gallagher and let him run around and make a play.
2nd and 6. Mustangs bringing Keandre in motion. Rod's going to pull it down, and tough running there up the middle. Might have lost a half a yard. Bring up 3rd down and 7.
Well, really, what you want to do in a game like this, Brian, it seems like the offense is going to be very difficult. You got to play field position. You got to be careful on your punts. If you got to punt, you got to get the ball. You got to catch it and kick it and get it down the field, and hope for a turnover on the other end. I mean, things are. It's not easy to move the football in weather like this.
Mustangs have yet to attempt a pass in this game. We'll see if they put it up here. Twin receivers to each side. Tucker to the right of Gallagher as Hunter Kuzier comes in motion.
Start.
And I think the Mustangs jumped a little early there.
Yeah, that was 53 for us. That's
Kravosky.
Yeah, Kravosky just bounced a little early.
I think they had a little hard count there trying to draw the defense off. They actually drew themselves off sides. Now you have a 3rd and 11 from the Laurel Highlands 23.
Watching the pregame warm-ups, Brian, they were having a difficult time throwing to uncovered receivers, let alone, they just the ball was just fluttering around, and even when they did get it on target, it was tough for the guy to catch it.
Triple right set here. They're going to set up the screen. It's going to go to Keandre, and he got met at the line of scrimmage and got driven back.
Well, that's kind of what they did the other way, and we sniffed it out. You got to
check that. Went to Black.
Yeah. I mean, those are the plays that, that's pretty much the only thing you're going to try. Safe kind of a screen pass, and the defenses are ready for that.
Andrusik brought Black down on the play, and now Radcliffe to punt it away here again for Laurel Highlands, standing back at the 10-yard line.
They are coming after him again. Look at that. They got 9 guys up at the line. Now they're backing off a little bit.
High snap. Harry retreats and half-shanked the kick.
He didn't half-shank it. He full-shanked it.
And he'll get downed here at the Mustang 29-yard line where Central Valley will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. Game still scoreless. We're back in 30 here in the C.R. Bronner Group High School Sports Night.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
We come back. Run going to Fitzsimmons, and Fitzsimmons a first down. Brad Smith finally brought him down after a 12-yard pickup, and a Central Valley first down to the Laurel Highlands 18-yard line.
On the tackle, number 68, Brad Smith.
Well, the Mustangs really playing some pretty good football, hanging in there.
How many times can you rely on your defense, though, deep in your own territory?
Well, that's what it is, Brian. The fault, the wind's blowing and they're going into the wind.
Going to go in a little T formation here. And another run going to Fitzsimmons right up the middle, and Fitzsimmons keeping that pal moving, keeping his legs churning down to the 10-yard line, 7-yard pickup. Bring up second down and 3.
You can see that Central Valley showing a lot of respect for the Mustangs as well, just, trying to be very conservative, running the football, keeping the ball, kind of tucked in and trying to just grind it out.
Back in that T formation again, 2nd and 3. This time Fitzsimmons left side of the line. Should have enough here for Central Valley first down. Needed only 3, and I think he got just about that. They're going to move the sticks to set up a 1st and goal here for the Warriors from the Laurel Highlands 8-yard line.
Pretty good open field tackle by Baker to at least save a bigger game, but now they're going to have 1st and goal. But the Mustangs have, pretty good first quarter. I mean, they've kept them off the board so far. There's still 25 seconds left.
Back out of the shotgun, Johnson with Fitzsimmons off to his right. Johnson takes the snap. Handoff goes to Fitzsimmons on the left side, and he'll make his way into the end zone for a Central Valley touchdown. So Brett Fitzsimmons, his 26th rushing touchdown of the season, put Central Valley on top 6-0. Just a tough spot there for the Mustang defense, Steve. 3 drives in a row Central Valley started inside the Laurel Highlands 30.
Yeah, bad snap on to the one to Hoff that put him in the hole, and then a fumble, and then a bad punt, and it's just just snowballed against everything against us.
Now on for the extra point, Serafino DeSantis to give Central Valley a 7-0 lead. High snap coming back. Play was whistled down.
Looked like a false start on the offense.
Makes the extra point a little more difficult.
5-yard penalty against the Warriors. Illegal procedure.
Well, the Mustangs still, Brian, pretty good first quarter.
It could have been a lot worse tonight against a very good Central Valley team.
Like you said, they gave up field position 3 times and only gave up 1 score.
And if they can get a little of that field position back, maybe turn the tide in the second quarter, as DeSantis' kick is up on the way and good. There's a 7-0 Central Valley lead over Laurel Highlands. 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Yep. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Let's face it, sometimes local is just better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. What about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Blejo is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown area Allstate agent Russ Blejo so Russ can help you with protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate, are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Brett Fitzsimmons giving the Central Valley Warriors a 7-0 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Just a 4-play, 29-yard drive. Took a minute 35 off the clock. DeSantis' extra point, making it 7-0 Warriors over the Mustangs. And Jerry Dupay tells me, Steve, it's raining so hard they issued a flood warning up here for the area.
Well, 2 inches of rain was predicted.
Yes. DeSantis angling the kick here on the near side, going to Hunter Kujar again, who backs up to the 15. Now needs to step forward, and he's going nowhere, and he gets body slammed down right around the 12-yard line. Should give him forward progress here up to the 15.
On the return.
That's one of those situations, Steve, playing a team as quick as Central Valley. Just need to take the ball right up the field as Jeter took him down on the play.
Yeah. Well, that Jeter,
can't get too cute.
Jeter's a big name around here. A lot of Jeters have been through this Aliquippa, Monaca area. I know I played with 2 of them at West Virginia, and they seem like there's always a Jeter on one of these teams up here.
And Parker Hoff now back in at quarterback, Steve, as Gallagher comes in motion. A flip pass forward to Rod. He's trapped trying to get out of it. He'll be brought down back at the 6-yard line. That's going to go to 7, maybe 8-yard loss on the play. That'll be the final play of this opening quarter, so we'll switch sides of the field. 7-0 Central Valley over Laurel. Highlands are back at 60 here in the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Tonight.
Hi, this is attorney Mark Mahalov of Zebley, Mahalov & White. Making the decision to contact an attorney for family matters such as divorce or custody is a tough decision. But when you've made that decision, we want you to know that our office is here to help. Knowing that you have a legal team that can help you make sound decisions is an important step ensuring that you can move on with your life and avoid more stress and anxiety in dealing with legal aspects of family law. Allow us to help you by giving us a call at 724-439-9200. That's 724-439-9200. Or visit us on the web at zeblaw.com. Zebley, Mahalov & White. Local attorneys helping local people. Call us today and help us fix your life.
Zebley, Mahalov & White. It's gonna be all right.
Back here to start the second quarter at Sarge Albert Stadium, and that flip pass, Steve, to Ronnie Gallagher from Parker Hoff went for a 7-yard loss on the play. Now Laurel Highlands, as we switch sides of the field, working left to right as we describe it.
Well, the flip pass is one good thing about it is if it gets dropped, it goes as an incomplete pass, and now there's a little confusion coming out of the quarter. The Mustangs are going to run out. Who is that?
Josiah Lewis, number 9.
Lewis comes out late, and he's going to get the play from Gallagher.
And Gallagher back in at quarterback has Jaden Tucker off to his left. Mustangs trying to break one here tonight. Always tough against the Central Valley defense. Again, the 4th all-time meeting between these schools, all in WPIAL playoff games and all in favor of the Warriors so far. Rod's going to put it up. He's in the end zone now trying to step up, and Gallagher just comes forward, and he'll lose 2 back to the 6. It'll be 3rd down and about 19 now for Laurel Highlands. The 2 plays going the wrong way to start the drive here for Laurel Highlands. Jackson Tanya brought him down.
Pretty gutsy play, trying to throw out of your own end zone in the pouring down rain. But I guess you figure, nothing to lose at this point in the season, Brian. You got to pull out a couple of plays maybe that keep them off balance.
Keandre in the slot left. Antoine Black also on the near side of the field. Gallagher out of the shotgun. A little play fake. They're coming after him again. Scrambles to the far side, gets rid of the football, and just throws it out of bounds. Did have Caden Friel in the vicinity. So they'll bring out Harry Radcliffe again, and once again, Radcliffe punting deep in his own territory.
Well, he's been pretty good punting the ball all year. The problem has been some of the snaps have been a little bit crazy, but you just gotta block for a wet day here. You gotta put a little bit extra on the, hold them a little bit, grab them, do whatever you gotta do, but give Parker a chance to catch it and kick it.
Radcliffe, 8 yards deep in his own end zone, booms this one away well over the head of Thompson and skips along that wet turf. Thompson just goes down and falls on it at the 29-yard line. So finally the Mustangs flip the field position thanks to Harry Radcliffe. We're back in 37-0 Central Valley over Laurel Highlands. 10:59 left before halftime. We're back in 30 on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at CR Chevy East.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year, with $2,999 cash or trade equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
That was a 64-yard punt from Harry Radcliffe as Brett Fitzsimmons able to pick up 6, maybe 7 there for Central Valley. Have you ever had one that long before, Steve? 64 yards?
Yes, I have. Sorry. Had 173 against Penn State one time.
Nice.
Sorry, Tony doesn't want to hear that. I'm sure he's listening.
Still impressive, though, from Harry on a tough night.
Tell you what, that was in a driving rainstorm, punt out of your own end zone. That's a big play right there for Radcliffe.
2nd and 4 now for Central Valley. Low snap. Johnson in trouble, just falls on it.
Yep. Well,
that'll go as a 5-yard loss on the play.
Well, that's the thing. It's going to be really difficult. You know, the Mustangs just going to hang in there and maybe get a turnover, get something good to happen. And, you know, when you got a guy like Gallagher, DeShields, and Black over there that can make some plays offensively, you just never know. One of these guys, it only takes 1 or 2 plays, you know, to break one, and you can get yourself back in this game. Of course, you're not out of the game, just 7-point lead.
3rd down and 9 now for Antoine Johnson on the Central Valley Warriors. And a timeout taken here by Central Valley. 9:49 left before halftime. 7-0 Warriors are back in 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat. Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
3rd and 9 for Central Valley as we come back. Delayed handoff. Fitzsimmons going nowhere. Mustang defense stepping up again. He lost 2 on the play, Steve.
Well, good job again. That was Baker got in there and kind of didn't make the tackle, but he forced the runner into some of the other linemen for the Mustangs. And the defensive line, again, you can't say enough about how well they've played all season, and tonight has been more of the same.
Javen Thompson to punt. He's standing back at the 12-yard line. Gallagher, the lone Mustang, back deep at the Laurel Highlands 29. Low snap coming back to Thompson. Mustangs brought some pressure. He got it away, but as Steve said, a little half shank, but it took a Central Valley roll to get down to the Laurel Highlands 43-yard line. So the Mustangs will start 1st and 10. 9:02 left before halftime. Warriors up 7-0. We're back in 30 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
1st and 10 for Laurel Highlands from their own 44-yard line. Run from Gallagher into Central Valley territory. He could break it down the far side inside the 25-20, and Gallagher finally brought down at the 10-yard line. And that's the big play, Steve, we were talking about.
Well, that's exactly what we're talking about, and that's what's happened all year. You know, Gallagher, you think you got him, and all of a sudden he just busts one. And that gets the Mustangs down in scoring position at the, the 6-yard line?
They ruled him out of bounds at the 8. So be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Gallagher with a protector back off to his left. That's Jaden Tucker as he takes the snap. Rod pulls it down, looks to run again. Tucker out in front to block, and Gallagher gets down inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. So 4, maybe 5 there for Rodney Gallagher to bring up 2nd and goal from the 4. Central Valley up 7-0, but Laurel Highlands driving with 8:33 left before halftime. Yeah. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super. Joey Super keeping stats for us tonight. Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nice to have you along with us for high school football action tonight.
If I'm coaching Coach Colasar, if I'm in his ear, I'm saying keep the ball in Gallagher's hands. Do not to take a chance on an exchange anywhere.
Second and goal from the 4. Rod delayed run up the middle. Well read by Central Valley. Defensively, no gain there. It'll be 3rd and goal from the same spot.
Tackled by 35.
Like to maybe get him out away from the middle of the field. Just get him somewhere in space where he can make 1 or 2 guys miss.
He does better in the flat for sure.
Yeah. And you wonder now, how many chances are you going to get to be down here inside the 4-yard line or inside the 5?
They got to punch it in. I think it's 4-down territory for sure in this weather. So Gallagher back out of the shotgun. Tucker off to his right. Twin receivers to the near side. Single coverage to the far side. Look for another run, though. And Rodney fakes it to the right. Rolls back to the left. He's in trouble. Needs to get rid of it. Little throwback, and it's going to be picked off. Intercepted, and that was a bad pass. We didn't have many choices there, and it was intercepted by Javen Thompson. Wow.
Just a rare bad decision from a player like Gallagher. And that was a 3rd down play, right?
So they were lucky that didn't go back the other way, Steve.
Yeah.
So Central Valley takes over on the Thompson interception of Gallagher at their own 15-yard line.
I mean, the play was in trouble from the beginning. He probably would have been better off just to throw it away.
I think they were looking for a jump pass there initially, and it just wasn't there. And now Central Valley trying to go back to work, and as Steve said, flags come in here at the snap.
False start on Central Valley. Boy, that's a tough one there. I mean, that'll you don't get too many chances down there. You had 1st and goal in the 8.
I don't think he wanted to force that jump pass. That made him look at his second option, trying to roll out to the left. Kind of going against the grain in that situation. It wasn't there either, and just tried to get rid of the football. And Thompson there for the interception for Central Valley. Warriors now on a 1st and 15. Handoff going to Fitzsimmons, and Fitzsimmons hemmed in again. Might have lost a yard back to the 9 to bring up 2nd down and 16 as we approach the 7-minute mark of the second quarter.
Another great tackle by Caden Friel. He has played a terrific game so far.
Certainly has to be one of the candidates for our Davis & Davis player of the game here early on. Now 2nd and 16 now from the Central Valley 9. At least the Mustangs, though, Steve, getting a little field position back here in the second quarter. And Johnson back out of the shotgun. Fitzsimmons off to his right. Mustangs showing blitz. Johnson awaiting the snap. Takes it, run to Fitzsimmons. Right up the middle. A little operating room here. Look out, Fitzsimmons breaking it out on the far side across the 20 and down to the 22-yard line. 13-yard gain there for Brett Fitzsimmons.
Well, now what do you do? It's going to be 4th down, right? No,
3rd down. 3rd and a short 3. Line of scrimmage, the Central Valley 23 with 6:06 left before halftime. Warriors leading it on a Brett Fitzsimmons touchdown run. Mustangs came close to tying it up on their last drive after a big run from Rodney Gallagher had the Mustangs inside the Central Valley 10-yard line. Inside run. Central Valley thinks they have enough for a 1st down. I think they do as well. Needed to and got just about that on the inside surge. Now it's Fitzsimmons again, picking up the Central Valley 1st down. Up to the Warriors 26. We'll break out of the huddle here quickly. Back in that T formation where they had success on the last drive. The Mustangs up close to the line as well. And this little surge forward only going for a yard. Waiting for the POW to get uncovered there for Central Valley.
Well, if anything, this weather has put a damper on the Warriors offense, and the Mustangs have been playing really good up front. They're forcing them to run the football right into that strong defensive front for the Mustangs, which is their probably strong suit on defense.
Back into a pistol set, and they'll bring Simpson in motion to line up in the slot right. Johnson takes the snap, play fake, rolls out to the near side. Now he's going to pull it down and look to run. Mustangs in pursuit, and Johnson went down. Mustangs sliding in for the tackle. They're going to call a flag there for a late hit, but I don't think Caleb Rafel had too many options there.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it, but that's a tough call there. I mean,
what was Rafel supposed to do? He had no idea he was going to slide in that situation.
It's not the NFL. You know what I mean? They're not, they don't see the kids slide that much.
15-yard penalty.
That's a tough call.
I agree totally.
That's a tough call.
Now,
I mean, it's almost like Rafel just slipped, and when the receiver went down or the runner went down, he just kind of slid down with him, and they just kind of ran into each other.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to take a cheap shot on the guy.
No, that's a tough call.
1st and 10 now from the Central Valley 47. Johnson out of the shotgun. Mustangs crowding the line. Handoff going. Fitzsimmons breaks a couple of tackles. Gets down into Mustang territory, down to the Laurel Highlands 47.
Somebody's hurt.
Give him a 5,
we got
maybe
a hurt
6.
player. That's not good. Is that Hoff?
Double check. So UPMC Centers for Rehab Services injury timeout. Mustang down. We'll step aside for a quick 30. 4:25 left before halftime. 7-0 Warriors over the Mustangs are back in 30 here on the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Night.
Ready for an easier way to manage your cards? Get more power, peace of mind, and security with the new updated app from First Federal of Greene County. Set spending limits, view merchant details, subscriptions, and where your card is stored. Plus, turn off lost or stolen cards. It's card management on your terms. Download the updated app or visit ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Mustangs still down on the play. We'll step aside for another quick 30. Central Valley up 7-0 over Laurel Highlands. 4:25 left here in the second quarter.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Tristan Baker hobbling off the field for Laurel Highlands. Like no pressure at all, Steve, on that left ankle.
No. He's not wanting to put it on the ground at all, so that's not good. That's not a good sign for him. Hopefully they can work on him a little bit, but it doesn't look like he wants to put any weight on it at all.
Now Central Valley is 2nd and 5 from the Laurel Highlands 48. They'll fake the jet sweep, go back to Fitzsimmons up the middle. Has a little running room again. Fitzsimmons getting a Central Valley first down, picking up 7 down to the Mustang 41. Fitzsimmons starting to find some holes now, Steve.
Yeah.
Tristan McCoy on the tackle.
Well, a couple of big plays. That big play, that Gallagher interception was just one we couldn't afford, and then fumble earlier, and just a couple of key plays. The Mustangs hanging in there.
1st and 10 for Central Valley from the Laurel Highlands 41. Fitzsimmons back out of the shotgun. Garavak, the tight end, comes in motion, and a defensive timeout for the Mustangs. 3:41 left before halftime. 7-0 Central Valley. We're back in 60 on the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Night.
Hello, this is your Fayette County Commissioner, Vince Vicides. There is nothing more exciting than high school sports. As a graduate of Laurel Highlands and a letterman myself, I know all the athletes work extra hard to be competitive, plus maintain their study skills. Again, this is Commissioner Vince Vicides saluting all of the young contestants for their efforts. Good luck, and may the best team prevail. And the winner is...
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine Yeoman Auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So after the Laurel Highlands timeout, Central Valley 1st and 10 from the Mustang 41. Johnson out of the gun, handoff again. Fitzsimmons hit at the line and dropped for no gain. Mustang defense looking strong again there, Steve. They get Billy Barton there.
Barton and Hoff there.
Billy Martin to fourth.
Well, Barton and I think Hoff was the first one to hit him. Put a good lick on him.
Mapletown down 20-0 to Southside Beaver.
And the rain has not let up at all. The puddle, though, the puddles are a little bit less, aren't they?
They're starting to get a little better drainage. 2nd and 10 now for the Mustang 41. Back to Fitzsimmons again. Fitzsimmons getting 3 down to the 38. How many carries is that, Joe, tonight for Fitzsimmons?
It's 19.
19 carries in the first
78 yards.
78, wow. Talk about a workhorse back, Steve. Now 3rd down, 3rd and 7. I mean, can he get 40 or 45 carries tonight?
Sure. Why? I mean, and the conditions are dictating the fact that he's probably just going to get a little helmet issue there. Looks like a face mask broke.
Johnson back out of the gun. Timeout Central Valley. So take another one. 2:26 left before halftime. Central Valley up 7-0, facing a 3rd and 7. We're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
Does your car sound like it's saying, trade me in, trade me in, every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, trade me in, trade me in. Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Rain still coming down here at Sarge Albert Field on the campus of Central Valley High School. Warriors facing a 3rd and 7. For the Laurel Highlands 38, 2:26 left before halftime. Back to Fitzsimmons again. He'll just surge forward for maybe a yard. Some extracurriculars. They're after the play, and that's going to be just a dumb penalty for the Mustangs.
Well, you don't know. It might be on them. I mean, that was black.
And now Josiah Lewis.
Yeah.
Josiah Lewis, number 9.
Lewis.
Parker on the play.
He got pulled down, but you just don't know who they're going to call it on.
I mean, you got to watch your P's and Q's out there. Have Central Valley with a 4th down upcoming. Don't give them an automatic free 15 here in a 1st down. Check the call. Dead ball, personal foul against Central Valley.
Yeah.
You're right, Steve. Sorry for Josiah. We jumped the gun there a little bit too quick.
You did.
I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize to him and his family.
That's my job. I'm watching the field, and I saw what had happened, and they both kind of tangled up, and then Josiah went down on top of him. Why is Gallagher? Oh, 4th down.
A short kick here, it looks like, Steve. 4th down and long, and they're going to flip it back. And sending it away, there's Javen Thompson. Go back to Gallagher at the 16-yard line. Around a little running room here across the 30-35 and goes out of bounds right around the 36-yard line. So Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10, 1:57 left before halftime, 7-0. Central Valley are back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
1:57 left before halftime. Mustangs still a pair of timeouts as Gallagher takes the snap from the Laurel Highlands 35. And Rodney running it across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. So Laurel Highlands picking up 8. It'll be 2nd and 2, Steve, with 1:45 left before halftime. How quick do you go here?
I think you just go, a little quicker, but you can't throw the ball right now. I mean, it's just been disaster every time we try to throw. I think you just got to let Gallagher get out in space and see if he can break one.
Has a protector back to each side. Handoff going here to Parker Hoff, turning the corner on the far side. Hoff into Central Valley territory, and he almost broke it as Hoff gets down to the 41-yard line. So Parker Hoff, a 16-yard run there for the Mustangs, and now a 1st and 10 at the Central Valley 41 with 1:19 left before halftime. Now it's go time.
Well, it is go time, and I'll tell you what, with 1:17 left, there's no reason to panic and hurry. I mean, if anything, even if you don't score, you just want to leave them with no time.
Rod again calling his own number after a play fake. Turns the corner on the far side and gets out of bounds to stop the clock inside the 35-yard line. It's about a 7-yard gain there for Rodney Gallagher. And 2nd and 3 upcoming. 1:04 left before halftime. Mustangs down 7-0, but driving.
But the longer this goes at a close game like this, you can see two things. You can see the Mustangs gaining confidence as every play goes by that they're staying in this game and actually really playing just as well so far. And then you can see some frustration maybe in the Warriors.
Yeah, not a walk in the park for Central Valley by any means tonight. 2nd and 4 now for Laurel Highlands. And Rod again calling his own number. Has a little running room. A 1st down inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. 8-yard gain there for Rodney Gallagher. Clock stops momentarily after the 1st down with 58 seconds left before halftime.
You got to remember, this team is used to getting to halftime with a 35-point lead and a running clock on every game they've played this year other than one. So this
1st and 10 now for the 29. Parker Hoff. They're trying to drag him down. Second man coming in there finally brought him down.
Timeout.
And the Mustangs will take a timeout with 40 seconds left before halftime. They're driving down 7-0. We're back in 60 in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
It's a fact, we go your way all around every day. It's a fact, we're striving harder to get you farther.
It's a fact. There's public transportation available for everyone in Fayette County. With Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, you can grab the bus to practically everywhere. FACT has multiple programs to get you where you need to go, including curb-to-curb shared ride services, medical assistance transportation program, persons with disabilities programs, and many others. Curb-to-curb transportation fares vary for programs, but range from 0 and over, depending on mileage. Just make a reservation the day before your trip by 2 p.m. Call the FACT office at 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com for more information. It's a fact. They'll get you there.
It's a fact, we're Fayette County Public Transit.
2nd and 9 for the Mustangs from the Central Valley 29. 40 seconds left before halftime. Gallagher out of the shotgun. Pulls it down his 15th run of the night. Able to get down to the 25-yard line. So Rod now with 15 carries for 88 yards this evening. Clock though running, Steve. Mustangs one timeout left.
Yeah, they only have one timeout left.
This is a 3rd down and 5. Gallagher play fake. Again, a run up the middle. Rod trying to bounce it out. And they're going to have to burn their last timeout here, and they will with 16 seconds left. I think Rodney about a half-yard short of the 1st down. So we'll step aside for a quick 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
Mustangs out of timeouts. They're facing a 4th and 1 here from the Central Valley 21-yard line. You'd all surprised, Steve, even seeing Antoine Black in the backfield at all, maybe carrying the football a couple of times tonight?
Well, I guess a little bit, but I think that, if it's me, I'm giving the ball to Gallagher.
They're going to attempt a field goal here, Steve.
I don't like this. I mean, I know he's a good kicker, but they don't have any timeouts left. But this is dangerous. This is really dangerous.
4th and 1. The Mustangs will attempt to kick a 37-yard field goal from the far hash mark.
Definitely make it.
High snap coming back. Leahy puts it down.
Yeah,
Kick got blocked.
See, why would they
Radcliffe
do that?
just got jacked. The ball's loose. Central Valley with a run back. This one's going to go for a touchdown. To be taken into the end zone by number 1, Denario Simpson, off the blocked field goal.
It's going to be a flag on Central Valley for celebrating, but
that's not going to matter. Though. It's going to be another touchdown.
You know, I called it. I mean, it's too wet. It's too wet to kick. The snap, the hold, everything. It's 38 yards. I mean, that's a tough NFL kick in this weather, let alone for a high school kid. I just think that was a bad decision, to be honest with you. I didn't like it.
Especially considering the fact
you had 4th and a foot. Yeah, I mean, you had 4th and a foot.
Gave for Central Valley a free 7 yards.
Yeah. I mean, at the worst case scenario, you go for it on 4th down, and now they got to go 80 yards, and you go to halftime at 7-0.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
So no time left on the clock, but they'll kick the extra points from Serafino DeSantis. Clean snap coming back. DeSantis' kick is up on the way and good, and that'll take us into halftime. So Denario Simpson returning the blocked field goal attempt from Harry Radcliffe. About 70 yards for a Central Valley touchdown, and that is the Warriors up 14-0 over Laurel Highlands here at halftime. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. Stay tuned for our halftime show brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm. We're back with first half stats courtesy of Peachin's Pharmacy on the way next year on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Stop by Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop on North Gallatin Avenue in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by Phil Lucioni and Dominic Sabatini, Big Al's features 2 one-topping pizzas and a 2-liter for $21.99. Or try an Italian hoagie and a 20-ounce drink for $6.99. Check out some of Big Al's other homemade food items, including pasta salads, macaroni salads, and deli items. Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop, 72 North Gallatin Avenue. Phone 724-550-4252.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
We're here live at the game with Chris Parker Jr. Chris, how about this season Laurel Highlands has had this year?
Congratulations to the Lord. Starting October 3rd, they will have new evening hours. New hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come in at Casey's Sports Cafe and check out their new menu items and entrees. Casey's can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. And starting October 3rd, new evening hours. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe.
Going on now at Seahawks Chevrolet.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHeharperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year, with $2,999 cash or trade equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
People make all kinds of mistakes with life insurance, like having some coverage but not enough to keep the family in the house, or only having life insurance through work and then losing their job. Want to avoid those mistakes? Call Allstate agent Russ Flaho at 724-439-9700. Russ Flaho can help you get the coverage your family needs at an affordable price. Are you in good hands? Call Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Bleho today and ask for a complimentary life insurance review. Life insurance offered by Allstate Life Insurance Company in Northbrook, Illinois, and Lincoln Benefit Life Company, Lincoln, Nebraska.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Back here at Central Valley High School, teams finally making their way back onto the field. We have about 3 minutes until the second half gets underway. And Steve, just remarkable what the Central Valley program's been able to achieve here over the last 13 years. And what's interesting, I mentioned this during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, and I was talking to Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz, but you kind of look at the Mark Lyons situation when he was at Mount Pleasant, very similar to what happened to Jim Render when he was at Uniontown, when the Red Raiders let him go, and then he went on to have such a successful career at Upper St. Clair. And here you have Mount Pleasant basically fired Mark Lyons back in the mid-2000s. He comes here to Central Valley, and he's had more wins than any coach around the WPIAL since 2010.
Well, the only thing I could say, Brian, about that is good players make coaches look a lot smarter than they probably would somewhere else.
Oh, I agree with that. I mean, and he mentioned that as well. We talked to Mark Lyons during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. And he said, hey, you have guys like Robert Foster and Jordan Whitehead on your team, makes coaching a lot easier.
Yes, I would say. That's like, we got. Look at our basketball team. You got guys like Keandre and Gallagher on your team in basketball. It makes up for a lot of mistakes. So it's you got a good coach like Coach Auger who knows what he's doing, and he takes advantage of it. He's got 2 WPIAL championships in 3 years. That's pretty good. And the same thing here with at Central Valley. They just keep churning out. They got good players. A lot of these kids, from that Aliquippa, Monaca area, they just got a lot of talent. And
they were good programs before they merged separately. Monaca and Center, who the two schools that formed Central Valley, each qualified for the playoffs in 2009, the last year they played separately, and 2008. Center had advanced at least to the WPIAL quarterfinals in 4 of the last 5 years. There was a school in AA. Monaca played in the WPIAL championship game in single A in 2008. So they were good programs on their own, and no wonder why they've had so much success playing together here over the last 13 years as well. And you mentioned the high school basketball season, Steve, actually starts 3 weeks from tonight.
Oh, boy.
Hard to believe. It'll be here before we know it. So 14-0 Central Valley over Laurel. Highlands are back in 2 minutes with the second half here on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Laurel Highlands football boosters would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustang football team the best of luck in the WPIAL playoffs. They know it's the hard work of the players, the coaches, and the support of their families that it takes to be successful. Again, best of luck to the Laurel Highlands football team from the Laurel Highlands football boosters.
At Montgomery Medical, they have a team of dedicated medical providers for you to meet. Led by Dr. Marcy Goyes, trust their 50 years of combined experience for the best results in primary care. Newborns to elderly, minor illness or injury, as well as wellness and physical exams. Same-day appointments available for acute care as well. Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine. Hours available from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday, and 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday. Located at 100 Bridgeview Drive, Suite 3, Smithfield, Pennsylvania, 15478. Call 724-569-8100 or visit MontyMed.com to schedule your appointment today. That's 724-569-8100 or visit MontyMed.com to schedule your appointment today. Now accepting new patients.
Back here at Central Valley High School, just about ready to start the third quarter, 14-0 Central Valley leading Laurel Highlands. After thank our live video stream sponsors tonight, including the Laurel Highlands football boosters, Fayette County Clerk of Courts Tim Dye, Roosters Roost on Francis Street with a new menu and catering available, Fayette County Commissioner Vince Facides, Thurby's Riverside Ford, the law offices of Zebley, Mahalav, and White, and the Uniontown Printing Press. Call Kenny Musco and Mookie John for all of your printing needs. And have to say hello to all of the folks, Steve, watching it. Roosters Roost, Mamarukas, and Potters tonight. Great to see our community supporting a lot of those local restaurants and support Roosters Roost, Mamarukas, and Potters. Also, hello to the folks watching out the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. Support the businesses and organizations that support local high school football, Steve.
Yeah, it's really great. We thank everybody, and I'm sure we got a lot of people watching tonight. It's probably a good move to stay home, and even though this has been a good football game so far, you would have got wet if you'd have been out there today.
Yes.
I don't care what kind of rain suit or umbrella you had. There was no avoiding it. We're wet inside, and we're undercover. We still got an awning about 10 feet in front of us, and we're still getting a little wet. But, Brian, I was thinking about that field goal and just the difficulty of that. When they punted, remember when last time they punted? They went up, they had their quarterback under center. He took the snap, under direct snap, and then flipped it back to the punter. That's because they were so concerned about the snap and the rain.
Correct. As Harry Radcliffe, a little pooch kick. They're going to call for a fair catch. Heads up play there for Central Valley, the 39-yard line. Not risking anything there. Fair catch on the kickoff.
Well, see, I don't know why you wouldn't just squib it down the field and let it bounce around the 10-yard line and put them down deep, because the defense has been playing well. Now you're just giving good field position away. Another curious decision there. Just don't understand.
If you pooch it, too, you can't.
I mean, but it's not like
if you actually put it on the ground and squib it, you can't call for the fair catch either. So puts a couple other factors in play there as well, as Johnson operates out of the shotgun. Handoff going once again. Fitzsimmons with a run up the middle. And Fitzsimmons, that was his 20th carry of the night. Takes it up to the 44-yard line, getting almost 5.
Well,
bring up second down and a long 5.
The other thing, one of the best things that you can say about Radcliffe has been his kickoffs have been extremely good and deep all season. And why not throw a line drive laser down there that'd be tough to one catch?
But starting October 3rd, they will have new evening hours. New hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come in at Casey's Sports Cafe and check out their new menu items and entrees. Casey's can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. And starting October 3rd, new evening hours. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe.
Going on now at Seattle Chevrolet.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with $2,999 cash for trade equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
People make all kinds of mistakes with life insurance, like having some coverage but not enough to keep the family in the house, or only having life insurance through work and then losing their job. Want to avoid those mistakes? Call Allstate agent Russ Flaho at 724-439-9700. Russ Flaho can help you get the coverage your family needs at an affordable price. Are you in good hands? Call Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Flaho today and ask for a complimentary life insurance review. Life insurance offered by Allstate Life Insurance Company in Northbrook, Illinois, and Lincoln Benefit Life Company, Lincoln, Nebraska.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call Attorney Melinda De La Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
Back here at Central Valley High School, teams finally making their way back onto the field. We have about 3 minutes until the second half gets underway. And Steve, just remarkable what the Central Valley program's been able to achieve here over the last 13 years. And what's interesting, I mentioned this during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, and I was talking to Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz, but you kind of look at the Mark Lyons situation when he was at Mount Pleasant, very similar to what happened to Jim Render when he was at Uniontown, when the Red Raiders let him go, and then he went on to have such a successful career at Upper St. Clair. And here you have Mount Pleasant basically fired Mark Lyons back in the mid-2000s. He comes here to Central Valley, and he's had more wins than any coach around the WPIAL since 2010.
Well, the only thing I could say, Brian, about that is good players make coaches look a lot smarter than they probably would somewhere else.
Oh, I agree with that.
You know,
I mean, and he mentioned that as well. We talked to Mark Lyons during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. And he said, hey, you have guys like Robert Foster and Jordan Whitehead on your team, makes coaching a lot easier.
Yes, I would say that's like we got. Look at our basketball team. You got guys like Keandre and Gallagher on your team in basketball. It makes up for a lot of mistakes. So it's you got a good coach like Coach Auger who knows what he's doing, and he takes advantage of it. He's got 2 WPIAL championships in 3 years. That's pretty good. And same thing here with at Central Valley. They just keep churning out. They got good players. A lot of these kids, from that Aliquippa, Monaca area, they just got a lot of talent. And
they were good programs before they merged separately. Monaca and Center, who the two schools that formed Central Valley, each qualified for the playoffs in 2009. The last year they played separately, and 2008. Center had advanced at least to the WPIAL quarterfinals in 4 of the last 5 years. There was a school in AA. Monaca played in the WPIAL championship game in single A in 2008. So they were good programs on their own, and no wonder why they've had so much success playing together here over the last 13 years as well. And you mentioned the high school basketball season, Steve, actually starts 3 weeks from tonight.
Oh, boy.
Hard to believe. It'll be here before we know it. So 14-0 Central Valley over Laurel. Highlands are back in 2 minutes with the second half here on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Laurel Highlands football boosters would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustang football team the best of luck in the WPIAL playoffs. They know it's the hard work of the players, the coaches, and the support of their families that it takes to be successful. Again, best of luck to the Laurel Highlands football team from the Laurel Highlands football boosters.
At Montgomery Medical, they have a team of dedicated medical providers for you to meet. Led by Dr. Marcy Goyes, trust their 50 years of combined experience for the best results in primary care. Newborns to elderly, minor illness or injury, as well as wellness and physical exams. Same-day appointments available for acute care as well. Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine. Hours available from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday, and 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday. Located at 100 Bridgeview Drive, Suite 3, Smithfield, Pennsylvania, 15478. Call 724-569-8100 or visit montymed.com to schedule your appointment today. That's 724-569-8100 or visit montymed.com to schedule your appointment today. Now accepting new patients.
Back here at Central Valley High School, just about ready to start the third quarter, 14-0 Central Valley leading Laurel Highlands. After thank our live video stream sponsors tonight, including the Laurel Highlands football boosters, Fayette County Clerk of Courts Tim Dye. Roosters Roost on Francis Street with a new menu and catering available. Fayette County Commissioner Vince Facides, Thurby's Riverside Ford, the law offices of Zebley, Mahalav, and White, and the Uniontown Printing Press. Call Kenny Musco and Mookie John for all of your printing needs. And have to say hello to all the folks, Steve, watching it. Roosters Roost, Mama Rukas, and Potters tonight. Great to see our community supporting a lot of those local restaurants, and support Roosters Roost, Mama Rukas, and Potters. Also, hello to the folks watching out the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. Support the businesses and organizations that support local high school football, Steve.
Yeah, it's really great. We thank everybody, and I'm sure we got a lot of people watching tonight. It's probably a good move to stay home, and even though this has been a good football game so far, you would have got wet if you'd have been out there today.
Yes.
I don't care what kind of rain suit or umbrella you had. There was no avoiding it. We're wet inside, and we're undercover. We still got an awning about 10 feet in front of us, and we're still getting a little wet. But, Brian, I was thinking about that field goal and just the difficulty of that. When they punted, remember the last time they punted? They went up, they had their quarterback under center. He took the snap, under direct snap, and then flipped it back to the punter. That's because they were so concerned about the snap and the rain.
Correct. As Harry Radcliffe, a little pooch kick. They're going to call for a fair catch. Heads up play there for Central Valley, the 39-yard line. Not risking anything there. Fair catch on the kickoff.
Well, see, I don't know why you wouldn't just squib it down the field and let it bounce around the 10-yard line and put them down deep, because the defense has been playing well. Now you're just giving good field position away. Another curious decision there. Just don't understand.
If you pooch it, too, you can't.
I mean, but it's not like
if you actually put it on the ground and squib it, you can't call for the fair catch either. So puts a couple other factors in play there as well, as Johnson operates out of the shotgun. Handoff going once again. Fitzsimmons with a run up the middle. And Fitzsimmons, that was his 20th carry of the night. Takes it up to the 44-yard line, getting almost 5.
Well,
bring up second down and a long
the
5.
Other thing, one of the best things that you can say about Radcliffe has been his kickoffs have been extremely good and deep all season. And why not throw a line drive laser down there that'd be tough to one catch? And, probably going to get a touchback.
Fitzsimmons again out of the shotgun. Protector back off to his left. They'll bring Simpson in motion here to the near side. Little play fake. Let's see if Johnson's going to put it up. He'll look deep middle, and the pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Good coverage from Rodney Gallagher down the field.
Well, it's just that ball was there. Thompson was there. That ball was just pretty well thrown, but it just, the wet conditions and a wet, heavy football. I mean, you got to remember, it hasn't rained a lot, right? It hasn't rained much at all in the last
That is our first rain game since week 0, the Uniontown Laurel Highlands game.
And it hasn't rained a lot during the week, so these kids have not been practicing with wet footballs. Now you wonder, we used to watch the weather forecast, and they used to dunk the balls in water in practice and just to get used to catching them. But
Johnson again out of the shotgun. Inside run, Fitzsimmons, a first down into Mustang territory, down to the 48-yard line. So that's a 8-yard gain there for Brett Fitzsimmons.
Wow, so you're down 14-0, and you're giving them the ball basically at the 40-yard line on that pooch kick. That's just that's an odd decision.
Against a pretty good Central Valley team.
Yeah.
Johnson out of the gun. Twin receivers to each side. Fitzsimmons off to his right. They'll bring the tight end, Garavak, in motion. And the quarterback, Johnson, calling his own number. And Johnson getting 2 down to the 47 to bring up second down and 8.
And the defense has been really doing a pretty good job. That's why I'm surprised that they would be afraid to kick it down there.
Again, you look at the Mustangs so far this season, just 2 losses against McKeesport and Bell Vernon, who are both still in the WPIAL playoffs. Tigers were up a couple of scores on Armstrong tonight. Bell Vernon also a 2-touchdown lead at last check in their game this evening as well.
Time for a turnover here. Need a little something good to happen if you're a Mustang fan.
Second and 8, and flags coming here right at the snap. It'll be a procedure penalty here against Central Valley.
Number 7, they pointed right.
Javen Thompson.
Yeah, he pointed right at that wide receiver right in front of the official.
Second down, 13.
The second and 13 for Central Valley back into their own territory. Back to the 48-yard line.
If you can see on the camera or not, if you can look up at those lights and you still see the rain coming down. Looks like a little harder now than it maybe was at halftime. But
it wasn't too bad walking down to the restroom at halftime. Not as hard as it was before the start of the game, but still tough conditions to play in this evening. 2nd and 13 now for Central Valley. Working left to right as we describe it. Mustangs showing blitz. Johnson takes the snap to Fitzsimmons. Big hole here up the middle. Look out. Fitzsimmons is going to break this one. Inside the Mustang 20, inside the 10, and Fitzsimmons into the end zone from 52 yards out for a Central Valley touchdown.
Yeah, nice run right up the middle and a good surge by their offensive line just to push the Mustangs back. One of the few times the Mustangs got pushed around up front and a big gaping hole.
That's the 27th rushing touchdown of the season for Fitzsimmons. Talk about big plays. You had the blocked field goal return for a touchdown right before halftime. Then Fitzsimmons, the big run here to start the second half. And DeSantis adding the extra point to make it 21-0 Central Valley over Laurel Highlands. 9:30 left here in the third, and we're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Donnie Arthur and Bill Gerke are teaming up to wish all the area football teams and students good luck this year. Before the game, stop by Byers Beer and Wine Market on Connellsville Street. Enjoy a sandwich in their newly renovated seating area. Great food, lottery, and friendly service. All at Byers Beer and Wine Market, 180 Connellsville Street. Open Monday through Friday, 6 to 10. Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 10. Grill hours, 8 to 2 Monday through Saturday.
Everybody's crowing about Rooster's Roost. Now with a new menu. You'll still find all your favorites: deep fried chicken, wings, appetizers, salads, pizza, calzones, and strombolis, plus coleslaw, potato wedges, and more delicious items. So stop in Rooster's Roost on Francis Street and check out their new menu. Company coming? Rooster's Roost also does catering. Just call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Then relax. Let Rooster's Roost do what they do best: cook.
Back here at Central Valley High School, 21-0. The Warriors a touchdown in every quarter. Brett Fitzsimmons, 52-yard touchdown run, capping off a 5-play, 61-yard drive. Took 2:30 off the clock. DeSantis adding the extra point. 2 touchdowns tonight for Fitzsimmons, and of course, Denario Smith.
So what they
that
did,
special teams touchdown.
Switched Gallagher. They put him up where Kusher was. So let's see what happens.
If Central Valley changes anything here on the kickoff from DeSantis, and they are, they're going to go deep on the far side now. Back to the 6-yard line. On the run back, I think it's Antoine Black it is, across the 25 up to the 26-yard line. And Black really hasn't been involved too much tonight, Steve.
Neither is the Shields.
No. Big George told us before the game he was hoping for a big game from Keandre, and Keandre, I don't think he's touched the football tonight.
No.
26.
Obviously tough in the rain.
Number 27, J.J. Ward.
And we'll see with the Mustangs. Big drive here if they want to try to stay in this game, down 21-0. 9:23 left here in the third quarter. Gallagher out of the shotgun, protector back to each side. He'll take the snap and just goes down in the backfield. Initially faking the handoff there to Jaden Tucker. Nothing was there. He lost 4.
They faked it
2nd and 14.
Faked it to Hoff and then Tucker. Slow developing play. I don't think they're going to fool anybody right now with Gallagher running the football. I mean, I think the best option is probably let him run out, get him away from the middle of the field, and have some receivers maybe downfield where he's a threat to throw it, so they actually have to cover somebody.
Had 16 or 17 carries for Gallagher tonight, and this run going nowhere either for Laurel Highlands. That was Parker Hoff. And he lost 2 back to the 20. It'll be 3rd and 16. Costanza on the tackle defensively there for Central Valley.
Costanza.
Tyler Costanza, 6'1", 238 junior, starter on both sides of the football for Central Valley. 8:22 left here in the third. Going to see a pass here, Steve. Triple left formation, a little banana bunch out to the left. Line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 20-yard line. Gallagher taking the snap, hanging in the pocket, stepping up. Gallagher rolling to the far side, throws on the run, and the pass falls incomplete, well wide of his intended target there, Antoine Black. So 3 and out for the Mustangs, and they'll bring out the punting unit. With 8:04 left here in the third quarter. Reminder to stay tuned for our post-game show, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. We'll have our Davis & Davis Players of the game, our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County Super Play of the game, and Final stats courtesy of Peach and Pharmacy. After that wraps up, stay tuned for the Triple M Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel.
You gotta be careful here.
Harry Radcliffe back at his own 5-yard line.
Need a good
Mustangs
snap.
splitting out coverage a little bit here. Harry sends it away, hangs up in that wind, will hit at the Central Valley 45, take a Mustang bounce. They're not going to touch it. Late flag coming out.
Down. Yeah, that's going to be a
little contact down the field. We'll check the flag when we come back. 7:53 left here in the third. 21-0 Central Valley. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Quality care doesn't have to be hard to find. NovaCare Rehabilitation has locations in Uniontown and Masontown and is accessible for all of your recovery needs. Same-day appointments and no referral needed means making an appointment is an easy process. Industry-leading treatments, including LBST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks, are available at both locations. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. Don't miss the opportunity to personalize your care with NovaCare.
Had a holding penalty there, Steve, against Central Valley. Good break for the Mustangs.
First and 10.
Well, they need a little bit more than a few penalties right now, Brian. We need a turnover, and we need to generate a little bit of offense.
Push the line of scrimmage back to the Central Valley 30 as they operate left to right. Johnson out of the shotgun, protector back to his right. Man coming in motion.
Reverse.
A little reverse going back here to Simpson. He had the defensive touchdown earlier, has the 35-40. Simpson trying to break another big run. He lost the football, but I think Central Valley got back on it. It'll go as a gain of 12 if they retained possession, and they did. That's a huge recovery there for Central Valley.
On the play, recovered by the Warriors.
And Simpson very close to breaking that one, Steve.
Yes, he did. He was pretty well-designed play. They're just basically keeping the ball on the ground.
Why wouldn't you right now? You're up 21-0.
21-0. Keep the clock moving. 7.5 minutes left in the third.
Johnson back in that shotgun set. Fitzsimmons off to his left. 1st and 10 from the Central Valley 43. Fitzsimmons again, right up the gut. And Fitzsimmons reaching forward, getting down to the 49, picking up 6. Caden Friel, last Mustang to touch him down. He's 2nd and 4 with 7:02 left on a running clock here in the third quarter. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super. Joey Super keeping stats for us tonight. Jerry Dupay behind the camera. And Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. 2nd and 4 now for Central Valley. Johnson back out of the shotgun. Fitzsimmons again to his left. General set they've used a lot tonight. Johnson to Fitzsimmons again. This time coming near side. Fitzsimmons inside the 45-40. Fitzsimmons stepping out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. Give him 13 and another Central Valley first down.
Number 6, Caleb Rafael.
I think at Sarge Albert Stadium here tonight, Steve. Pretty nice venue.
Yeah.
In Beaver County.
Nice press box.
Yes.
1st and 10 from the
Nothing too fancy, but good enough.
Yes. Have to thank the staff for all their accommodations. Pretty much right on the 50 tonight.
They had Rice Krispie treats for us
yes.
at halftime. That's a nice little touch.
1st and 10 now for the Mustang 38. Central Valley looking for the knockout blow. They're not going to get it on this play. Fitzsimmons loses a yard. Was tripped up by Brad Smith and others.
First game all year, though, we didn't get a hot dog. No hot
At least
dogs.
you.
Did you get one?
No.
Oh.
Would have surprised you there. Usually I only eat hot dogs on the golf course for whatever reason. You know where I played this week for the first time ever?
Where's that?
Greene County Country Club.
Greene County Country Club.
It's actually a really nice layout.
Yeah, nice.
I thank my buddy John Kushner from NovaCare Rehabilitation, one of our sponsors, for having me out there. Had a lot of fun. It was on Tuesday afternoon. We'll play fake screen near side. Pass complete there to Thompson. Thompson 35-30, 25-20. Thompson down the near sideline with a flag on the play. And maybe another one coming out there for a late hit out of bounds inside the 5. The initial flag was thrown back at the 32-yard line. And we'll check all the laundry. They're definitely going to have the late hit. What was the flag back at the 32? Probably on Central Valley because head coach Mark Lyons doesn't like it.
Yeah, but that's going to offset that late hit. That's a big play because at first it wasn't really that big of a deal because, you know.
I think he had initially enforced the first penalty, and then you take it back the other way from there since the late hit was a dead ball foul. Jihad holding against Central Valley. And then the dead ball. So you're going to go back 10, then forward 15. Oh, they're going to be offsetting. Wow. No, they are going to move them up. They are going to move them up here. That's what I thought it would be. They'd push it forward so you'd get 5 yards out of the deal. But I think they went too far up, though, didn't they? Because the line of scrimmage was the 40. Oh, it went 10 yards back from the spot of the foul and the holding. Right. That's why.
Right.
So, yeah, the flag was thrown right around the 32, so that makes a lot of sense. New line of scrimmage now, the 27. Little play fake. Johnson calling his own number across the left side of the line. He'll slide. Another hit coming in here right at the slide. No flag this time. That was Pratt on the tackle.
I'm still trying to figure out why we kicked a field goal back there in the second quarter.
Not going to give that up, are you?
Nah, well, changed the game.
It did. Well, it was a game-changing moment.
I mean, it was 7-0, and we got a chance to, maybe score there, but.
2nd and 3 now for Central Valley from the Laurel Highlands 20. Johnson awaiting the shotgun snap. He has it back to Fitzsimmons coming near side. He'll get brought down after a minimal gain there. And you're right, Parker Hoff all over that play defensively. Hoff came in, Steve, 73 tackles and 2 sacks. This Mustang defense just tremendous. John Pletcher, 5 sacks. Billy Barton, 48 tackles, 5 sacks. Mustang defense on a whole 24 total sacks, 9 interceptions entering this game so far this season.
Keandre kind of coming off a little slow.
They're back in the T sets with a handoff here on the near side, going down inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. That was Thompson on that carry out of the T set, picking up 13. Thompson came into the game just 9 carries for 68 yards, but had 4 rushing touchdowns, 13 total touchdowns, and his run there sets up another 1st and goal for Central Valley at the Laurel Highlands 7-yard line. With 4:17 left in regulation, a Central Valley score here will just about do in the Mustangs. And they go back to Fitzsimmons, hole on the left side. Yeah. Fitzsimmons reaching down near the goal line, and he's in. So Fitzsimmons, his 3rd touchdown of the night. He now has 28 touchdowns so far this season. And that gives Central Valley a 27-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. That kid's tough, Steve.
Yeah. Good running there. Good. And Central Valley doing it all on the ground, which is doing a couple things. It's, they're keeping away from turnovers. That little movement there on the kick looked like the Mustangs might have jumped off sides.
And that's going to be half the distance. He's going to bring out his offense here again. Go for 2.
I don't know why. You've got to, you're on even 7s. The next scorer puts it at 35 if they kick the extra point, right?
Well, it would, yes. I guess they figure from a yard out they have a good rushing attack. Just try to bounce it in here. They go back to the T formation here from the 1-yard line of the 2-point conversion try. And Johnson with the handoff and walking in for the 2-point conversion there is Javen Thompson. So Thompson's run makes it 29-0. Central Valley over Laurel Highlands. 4:04 left here in the 3rd. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Going on now at Silver Chevy East.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevyeast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with $2,999 cash for trade equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Back here at Sarge Albert Stadium, 29-0 now. Central Valley leading Laurel Highlands. Brett Fitzsimmons on the touchdown run, capping off an 8-play, 70-yard drive. Took 3:49 off the clock. Thompson's 2-point conversion run, giving Central Valley 8 on that possession. And now Serafino DeSantis to kick off again for Central Valley. Gallagher back deep to receive for Laurel Highlands. See if they send it in his direction. DeSantis angling it here on the near side. It'll bounce and go out of bounds. So procedure penalty there for Central Valley. Mustangs will get good field position to start this drive. But down 29, Steve. Tough to make anything happen here, but still a great season for Laurel Highlands. Came into this game 8-2 record, 5-1 in conference play. First ever home playoff win last week over West Allegheny. Playoff wins now in back-to-back seasons, and this program's certainly going in the right direction.
Yep. Good job so far by the Mustangs this season. Got a lot farther than maybe a lot of people might have thought. And the shame of this one, Brian, they were in this game, and they could have a couple breaks go their way, and it's a completely different I don't know if they would have won, but they would have certainly been in the game a lot longer than they were.
Mustangs going empty here. Rod calling his own number, and he'll get 4 to the 42. What a pleasure it's been to watch Rodney Gallagher play high school football over the last 4 years. He has one more high school game left after tonight. He'll play in the All-American game down at the Alamo Dome coming up first Saturday in January. And that'll be a thrill, I would think, for Rodney to certainly be selected for that game, Steve.
Yeah.
Of course, headed to West Virginia next year. Gallagher going empty again. Throw near side pass complete to Rayful for a Mustang first down. Picking up 6 here to the 48. The Mustangs trying to get something going on this drive. A little extracurriculars here after the play. We'll still have an opportunity to watch Rodney and Keandre and the Laurel Highlands basketball team. Again, they start their season in the Mount Lebanon tip-off tournament 3 weeks from tonight. Have to think a lot of these football guys might take next week off, Steve, just try to recoup here after the long grind here over the last 12 weeks, even 12 weeks plus if you consider all the preseason camps and conditioning these guys went through. Leahy coming in motion. Gallagher scrambling to the far side, throws on the run, down the field into double coverage, pass is tipped and falls incomplete, intended there for Keandre. They'll be 2nd and 10 with 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands will have a 2nd and 10 from their own 48.
Leahy got dinged up on that play, Brian. He's limping off.
Pass was intended for DeShields.
Hopefully Leland's okay. And you hate to see anybody get hurt late here, Steve, especially what's looking like it's going to be your final game of the year. There's some of these kids playing basketball as well. And starting 3 weeks from tonight.
Baseball.
And baseball, too. 2nd and 10. Gallagher looking to put it up. Scrambles to the far side. Now he's going to run. And Gallagher into Central Valley territory. Steps out of bounds right around the 46. About a 6-yard run. And the ace of the Mustang pitching staff, the starting left tackle for Laurel Highlands, Devin Kravoski. 6 foot 205 junior. Be a lot of fun to watch in the spring. Understand the Mustang baseball team headed down to Florida in March as well. Should be a fun trip for them. 2:50 left here in the third. Laurel Highlands going empty. 1st and 10 from the Central Valley 47. Rod takes the snap. Quick out far side pass complete to Keandre. And Keandre getting down right around the first down stick. Maybe about a half yard short of the 42.
To Keandre DeShields.
It'll be 4th and short here for Laurel Highlands.
Tackled by Tanya and Ethan Shearer.
And no 60-yard field goal attempt. They're going to go for it here on 4th and short. They'll bring Keandre in motion, setting up a quad left set.
Trying to be a comedian, aren't you?
And Rodney takes the snap, pulls it down, trying to get out of it. He'll come forward, and he's not going to pick up the first down. Stopped actually behind the line of scrimmage, so Central Valley will take over on downs. Up 29-0 over Laurel Highlands. 2:05 left here in the third, and we're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
From chips and cracks to splits and shatters, if you need new glass, Fay West Glass Company is the one to call. Fay West Glass has served Fayette and Greene counties for over 25 years and specializes in residential glass installations and replacements, plus commercial and industrial glass. So when that window's busted or that sliding door shattered and you can't wait, Fay West is available. 724-439-8600. That's 724-439-8600. Proudly local and veteran-owned, Fay West Glass will earn your business.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning congratulates the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on their great season and wishes them the best of luck during the WPIAL playoffs. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season takes teamwork and is the result of the hard work of the players and coaches and the support of their family. Congratulations to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from District Judge Nathan Henning.
Central Valley running a double reverse there, Steven Simpson able to take it down to the Laurel Highlands 37. So Central Valley driving again, 1:38 left here in the third quarter. As Johnson works out of the shotgun, inside run. And this one going all the way down to the 20-yard line. That was Brandon Singleton, his first carry of the night. And Singleton getting 17 in a Central Valley first down.
The tackle, number 8, Hunter Kuzer.
And despite, Steve, the loss, which is likely going to occur tonight for Laurel Highlands, really have to credit the Mustangs on a great season. Rich Colasar and the staff doing a great job just to have Laurel Highlands in the quarterfinal round of the WPIAL playoffs and back-to-back seasons. As Singleton gets another carry here inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. 8-yard pickup there for Singleton. But just to see where this program is now compared to where they were 3 or 4 years ago certainly has been, I think, a pleasant surprise to the community and much well-deserved with all the hard work that all the kids, players, and coaches have put in. Another run here again down close to the 5-yard line, 6-yard run. And Singleton's been the workhorse back on this drive for Central Valley. With 32 seconds left in the third quarter. And the future's still bright, Steve. Of course, you lose Rodney, you lose Keandre. But a lot of good underclassmen, especially on this defense. Billy Barton, Brad Smith, John Pletcher all back. Tristan Baker, Parker Hoff, both sophomores. And they're going to switch sides of the field here. Yep. The final play of the third quarter. Of course, on the offensive side as well, Antoine Black and Parker Hoff, both sophomores for the Mustangs. So ahead of the fourth, 29-0, Central Valley over Laurel Highlands. We're back in the fourth quarter and 60 from the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Hello, this is your Fayette County Commissioner, Vince Facides. There is nothing more exciting than high school sports. As a graduate of Laurel Highlands and a letterman myself, I know all the athletes work extra hard to be competitive, plus maintain their study skills. Again, this is Commissioner Vince Facides saluting all the young contestants for their efforts. Good luck and may the best team prevail. And the winner is...
Looks like it's going to be Central Valley tonight. They lead Laurel Highlands 29-0. As we start the fourth quarter, Central Valley working right to left as we describe it. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super, Joey Super keeping stats, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. The Central Valley trying to punch it in here for the continuous clock the rest of the way. Johnson, play fake, scrambling out to the near side. He'll be brought down in the backfield. Tristan McCoy making the tackle there for Laurel Highlands. A couple of yard loss on the play back to the 7. McCoy's had a nice season as well, Steve. Battled a couple of injuries, but came into the game 61 tackles on the defensive side.
Well, all the Mustangs, all of them defensively have been terrific all season. We've called Barton and, just some of those guys at Parker Hoff. Been terrific. Baker.
Now 2nd and goal from the 8. Back on the inside, run down to the 5. Singleton again.
Brandon Singleton.
The 3rd and goal now from the 5-yard line. Again, Central Valley will take on the winner of the Thomas Jefferson Greater Latrobe game. At halftime, that game was just 7-6. We have a UPMC Centers Rehab Services injury timeout. Mustang down on the field. We'll step aside for a quick 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night. Central Valley up 29-0.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
Have a Mustang still down, 11:21 left in regulation, 29-0 Central Valley over Laurel Highlands. Step aside for another quick 30 here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Caleb Rayful, the injured Laurel Highlands Mustang. Caleb sitting up. Good news there for the Mustangs. Jim Chirilla checking out on our live stream. Steve said he's watching at the Peterson Event Center tonight. Of course, Pitt playing West Virginia down there. Penguins also in action tonight as well against the Maple Leafs of Toronto as Caleb Rayful walks off.
A lot of action in downtown Pittsburgh tonight.
Now, Penn's game in Toronto.
Oh.
They actually host the Maple Leafs, though, next Tuesday. I'm hoping for a Matt Murray return.
Yeah.
Murray's starting Tuesday. I'm headed down. It's be a lot of fun.
Get your dog at the dog park. You might get a little better action from Murray.
One of my favorite Penguins. Brought the Pens 2 Stanley Cups. I know I take a lot of heat for liking him. Still like to see him do well in Toronto. Now a 3rd and goal for Central Valley from the 6-yard line. Johnson out of the shotgun. Protector back to his left. Thompson comes in motion to the far side, and they're going to set up the screen to Thompson. Has it inside the 5, and Javen Thompson into the end zone for another Central Valley touchdown. That'll run the clock the rest of the way as Central Valley goes up 35-0 with 11:04 left in regulation. This game, Steve, for especially the whole first half, much closer than what this final score is going to indicate.
Yep. Well, they were in it. The Mustangs were in it, had a chance. Really, I mean, if things would have went, halfway decent there, they could have actually had a lead at halftime.
Extra point good there from DeSantis to make it 36-0. Central Valley over Laurel Highlands, 11:04 left in regulation. We're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Thurby's Riverside's announcing this is Truck Month. Thurby's has the inventory in stock and coming. Now get 2.9% Ford credit financing on new 2022 Ford F-150 trucks, the best-selling truck on the planet. Did we mention it's SUV season? Now get 1.9% Ford credit financing for 48 months on all new 2022 Ford Explorers. And the all-new 2022 Ford Escape comes with 1.9 Ford credit financing for 36 months. Now's the time, and Thurby's Riverside Ford is the place. If they don't have it, they'll order it for you. Stop in and see Jimmy, Sammy, Joey, or Ashley for the best deal of the year. Thurby's Riverside Ford sales, 1 mile past Lady Luck Casino on Route 40. Thurby's Riverside Ford, your one Ford Elite and Presidential Award-winning dealer. Sale extended to November 30th, 2022 at Thurby's Riverside Ford sales.
Back here at Sarge Albert Stadium, 36-0 now. Central Valley leading Laurel Highlands. Last touchdown, Antoine Johnson, the screen hookup to Javen Thompson. And Central Valley in cruise mode right now. Steve, probably see a lot of second-teamers on both sides the rest of the way. The Mustangs can gear up now for basketball season. Kickoff going back to the 15. And Laurel Highlands looking for a big run back here. And down the far side, inside the 30, and losing the football to the 20. And Central Valley's going to recover.
Well, that was Kuzier, and a great return, but you can see from about 30 yards back he was going to get caught from behind, and the ball got stripped. He wasn't showboating or anything. He just was running full steam ahead. He just got the ball but didn't tuck it away, and a good defensive play. Another example of a well-coached team from Central Valley just making plays.
Kuzier had a kickoff return for a touchdown against Uniontown earlier on this season. That was the Mustangs' opening game.
And that'll allow Central Valley to just probably run the ball and run the clock a little bit here.
Yeah, 10:39 left in regulation. Johnson staying in the game. And the handoff going there to Singleton. Getting 3.
Singleton, the ball carrier. Tackled by McCoy.
And we're going to see a lot of substitutions, you would think, here, Steve, over the final 10-17 for Central Valley. We forgot halftime. Of course, I think we get 3 hours out of a phone call for whatever reason, so I'll rejoin the WMBS side in just a moment. And Singleton raking a couple of tackles there. Across the 20 down to the 23. And Singleton's gotten a good share of carries here the last couple of drives after Fitzsimmons had 19 carries in the first half.
3rd down 2. The ball on the 23.
3rd and 2 now for Central Valley.
437-7500.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning congratulates the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on their great season and wishes them the best of luck during the WPIAL playoffs. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season takes teamwork and is the result of the hard work of the players and coaches and the support of their families. Congratulations to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from District Judge Nathan Henning.
For folks rejoining us now on the radio side, the Mustangs holding Central Valley to a punt here. Steve forgot the reminder at halftime to reset everything here with everything else going on.
It only took us about 10 years to figure that out.
We only get 3 hours out of a call.
Yeah, but it took us 10 years to figure that
out. Wonder why it goes off in the second half all the time. Shouldn't have to worry about that too much in basketball. See, it's a little one-hopper coming back here on the punts, but Thompson able to get it off. And a line drive will get downed here right at the Central Valley 47-yard line. So Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 8:40 left in regulation. 36-0 Central Valley over the Mustangs here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Mustangs start the drive. A little screen on the far side. Gallagher going to Keandre to Shields. 4, maybe 5-yard gain there down to the Central Valley 43. With 8:06 left in regulation, all Central Valley up 36-0 over Laurel Highlands.
Coach Hogger's probably, if he's still watching, thinking, please get these kids out of the game.
Here's Keandre again on the reception down to the 40. Of course, Keandre banged up earlier in the season, missed a couple of games. Actually, a knee injury.
I mean, it's
out there here in mop-up time. Still has that leg taped up, Steve. You see the knee brace on there. Yeah, they'll start hoops. First regular season game 3 weeks from tonight. Keandre now in the slot left. Will actually switch positions here with Hunter Kuzier.
Double slot.
Yes. 3rd and 3. Gallagher scrambling out to the far side. Throws on the run and overthrown. Intended there for Keandre to Shields. Bring up 4th and 3 from the 40.
4th down.
Of course, the Laurel Highlands basketball team, Steve, 2 WPIAL championships over the last 3 years. Of course, they lost Brandon Davis transferring out, but still should be plenty strong. That section's going to be a lot of fun Uniontown loaded. A lot of guys coming back there for Robbie K's squad, and Bell Vernon's going to be solid as well. That's going to be a fun section this year. High school basketball. I have the schedule up on the WMBS Facebook and our website here over the next week. The high school football season ending for us tonight. And Gallagher on 4th and 3. Did he get the first down? Yes, he did. He did 3 and got 3 to move the sticks. Appreciate all the folks hanging with us tonight as well, and all of our sponsors' support throughout the course of the season. Again, thanks to our video stream sponsors tonight, the Laurel Highlands Football Boosters, Fayette County Clerk of Courts Tim Dye, Roosters Roost on Francis Street with a new menu and catering, Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vicides, Thurby's Riverside Ford, the law offices of Zebley, Mahaloff, and White as the Mustangs. Another run here. That's Rodney taking it down close to the 10-yard line. 26-yard run there for Rodney Gallagher. And the Uniontown Printing Press. If you had an opportunity to get some of the T-shirts we had last year, WMBS T-shirts with WMBS and the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital logos on it. Mookie John and Kenny Musco doing a nice job down there at the Uniontown Printing Press. Appreciate their support as well throughout the course of the season. Triple left set here for the Mustangs. 1st and 10 from the Central Valley 14, trying to avoid the shutout. And Rodney across the middle and down inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7-yard hook up there. Bring up 2nd and 3.
Gallagher's pass is complete.
And that one went to Hunter Kuzier.
Number 8.
What school did Brandon Davis go to, Brian? Do you remember?
It's a private school up in Erie.
Oh.
They don't play a WPIAL schedule. It's basically like an all-basketball school. Little banana bunch off to the left. I'm being honest about it. That's what it is.
Yeah. No, I'm just...
2nd and 2. Gallagher, nothing to his left. Going to roll back to his right. Nice little fake there. And Rodney Gallagher, and what might be his final high school touchdown, takes it in from 7 yards out on the run.
Number 2, Rodney Gallagher.
And Rodney now for the season. That's his 11th rushing touchdown. Has thrown for 13 touchdowns and caught 4 touchdowns. So he's accounted for 28 touchdowns on the season. And the Mustangs cut into the Central Valley lead. It's 36-6. 4:54 left in regulation. We'll be talking about Rodney, Steve, for a long time around Laurel Highlands. Certainly has been one of the top athletes I think ever to attend Laurel Highlands, wouldn't you say?
Kicking number 28, Harry Radcliffe.
Or maybe you won't say.
What's that?
As Radcliffe
I'm watching the
nails the extra point. I said Rodney has to go down as one of the top athletes ever to play at Laurel Highlands.
Well, I don't. That's not a question for me. I don't.
Well, ask Gary Frankhauser that.
Yeah, that's.
So 36
I don't want to insult the Nick Bosnicks and some of the guys.
I agree.
You know, I mean, I haven't seen them. I've only been living here for 20 years. So
36. Did they say that extra point was no good? Nonetheless, we'll check when we come back. 36-6, 4:54 left for back and 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. They'll answer your questions and get you started on your next home project. Conveniently located at 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday 10 to 2. For more information, call 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page. Zen's Construction Warehouse, their surplus is your safe.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Have you ever felt something stick in your chest when swallowing? This can be caused by a narrowing in your esophagus from inflammation, scar tissue, or rarely a tumor. At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologist, Dr. Ruthart Calabrese Hoppy, and I specialize in the care of swallowing disorders. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialist.com.
Back here at Central Valley High School, the extra point was good from Radcliffe, so it's 36-7. We're going to have a penalty, I think, called here, Steve, after the try on Central Valley, so Laurel Highlands will kick off from the Central Valley 45. 4:54 left in regulation. They announced the final score over the PA, Steve, 7-6, Thomas Jefferson over Greater Latrobe.
Then they just said it was 7 minutes left, so I'm not
Okay.
sure if it's final.
Still low-scoring game there. Thomas Jefferson and Greater Latrobe tonight.
Well, if you want any chance at all, you got an onside kick here, right?
And Radcliffe will send it on the left side, and Central Valley able to recover here at the 30-yard line. And what a career for Harry Radcliffe as well. Again, getting some college looks, ready to get a scholarship offer from Grove City. And talking to his parents, Steve, and the Mustang coaching staff, they said that one of the reasons Harry hasn't gotten more looks, he just got good too late. Wasn't really until this year he started to really catch the eye of a lot of scouts. Good soccer player, too. Central Valley will start this drive from their own 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun set here. Johnson, inside run. Up to the 35, and more extracurriculars. Brad Smith getting into it there with Central Valley's Caden Colville. And you have Stephen Rutherford in a quarterback now for Central Valley?
No, number 16.
Say 16. Marcus Lawson. Now, Jerry's telling me number 10. Now, that's not 10 either, Jerry. That's Brett Fitzsimmons. You guys are giving me all kinds of bad information. Nonetheless, inside run here for a 2-yard gain. Rutherford's listed as the backup.
Yeah, but I think this is the second backup. This is number 20. It's number 20.
20, that's Brennan Hudson. We got it on the 4th try. Be 3rd and 3 with 4 minutes left. Yeah, those Central Valley, the blue numbers on the Carolina blue uniforms, tough to pick up, especially in a rainstorm tonight. A dead ball personal foul against the Mustangs. You can call that roughing the passer. A lot of folks in our live stream ready for the basketball season as well. Notorious Grooms agrees with us, Steve. So it's going to be a great section. Of course, he's one of the Red Raider players. Appreciate Tori checking in on our live stream. Member of the Uniontown football team as well this year. The Laurel Highlands 48s. Inside run down to the 42, 6-yard run there for Central Valley.
Singleton.
That was Singleton again. Caden Friel on the tackle for the Mustangs defensively. It's a second and 4.
Rain is still coming down. It has not let up.
I was hoping it was going to stop for the not only the walk to the car, but the drive home.
Yeah, look at it. It's still coming down.
Our wife actually made a drive back from Ohio a couple hours ago and said it was miserable. Now we got to do that at night tonight. 2nd and 4 now from the 42. I think many of the Mustang fans chose to watch the game at home. They did bring out 100 fans or so tonight, considering how far away this game was. Pretty good turnout as Hudson's pass falls incomplete here on the near side. It'll be 3rd and 4.
At least it's not really cold. I mean,
no, it's a warm rain. It's going to get cold, though, this weekend.
Yeah.
Headed up to Free Fayette County Day on Sunday at Fallingwater. My niece, Lainey, has wanted to go there for the last 2.5 years. We had tickets right before COVID shut everything down. So we finally are able to get her back up there. She'll go up there for the first time on Sunday. And our good buddy Tony Hanula actually hooked me up with some passes tomorrow for Kentuck Knob as well. So it'll be a Frank Lloyd Wright weekend for the Morozecs.
Look at you, Mr. Colt, getting old culture up.
Singleton picks up a Central Valley first down. 2:03 left on our running clock. And our colleagues, Tony and Gary, out of town this weekend. Tony actually in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Now, I was told to ask you, Steve, in Bethlehem, do they do like the whole town, make it up like Christmas for the holidays?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Christmas City.
Minimal gain there on the run to Lawson. So tell me all about the downtown for Bethlehem time, Christmas time.
It's nice. It's beautiful downtown. They got shops and A lot of historic buildings down there. George Washington stayed there. Couple places at the.
Nice. This was the WTAE game of the week as well tonight.
They have a great music fest in the summer every year. A 2-week-long music celebration. They have music concerts all over town. And
2nd and 10. Now there's going to take a knee here as Hudson showing good sportsmanship here for Central Valley. Will be 4th down. They have to snap it. Well, Laurel Highlands might get the football back. You have 32 on the play clock, 56 on the game clock. But no, it's only 3rd down, so they can take one more knee here under 40. That will do it. He had a great season at Laurel Highlands. They'll end the campaign this year 8-3. 2nd straight year, a WPIAL playoff win and a loss in the quarterfinal round. Central Valley getting right back on the horse. Their 36-game winning streak, snapped against Aliquippa 2 weeks ago, and they start a new winning streak tonight. The win over Laurel Highlands, and they'll see either Thomas Jefferson or Greater Latrobe in the semifinals next Friday. It's one final knee from Hudson, and that'll do it. 36-7, your final score. Central Valley over Laurel Highlands tonight. Again, a great season for the Mustangs. We're back to tell you all about it on our post-game show, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Comes your way next here on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Everybody's crowing about Rooster's Roost, now with a new menu. You'll still find all your favorites: deep fried chicken, wings, appetizers, salads, pizza, calzones, and strombolis, plus coleslaw, potato wedges, and more delicious items. So stop in Rooster's Roost on Francis Street and check out their new menu. Company coming? Rooster's Roost also does catering. Just call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Then relax. Let Rooster's Roost do what they do best: cook. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Laurel Highlands football boosters would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustang football team the best of luck in the WPIAL playoffs. They know it's the hard work of the players, the coaches, and the support of their families that it takes to be successful. Again, best of luck to the Laurel Highlands football team from the Laurel Highlands football boosters.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Going on now at Silver Chevy East.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevyeast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with $2,999 cash or trade equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back here at Central Valley High School, your final score, Central Valley 36 and Laurel Highlands 7. Our postgame show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. And is it Steve or Joey that has the final stats? I think it's Joey has the final stats.
Got 'em.
And they're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. Joey?
Thank you, Brian. We'll start with the Mustangs. They finished with total 169 yards, 144 of those rushing, 25 of those passing. Rodney Gallagher finished 6 for 11, 25 yards and a pick, 23 carries, 132 rushing yards and a touchdown. Checking in also was Hoff for 4 carries for 14 yards, Tucker for 1 carry minus 2 yards. Caleb Raphael had 1 reception for 6 yards. Rafel,
That's
sorry.
Right. You're all right.
1 reception for 6 yards. Sorry, Caleb. Keandre had 3 catches for 11 yards, and Kuzier had 1 catch for 8 yards. And then going over to the Central Valley Warriors, we had Brett Fitzsimmons with a monster day, 27 carries, 172 yards rushing, and 3 touchdowns. The Warriors finished with 274 yards total, 268 rushing, and only 6 passing. Johnson finished 1 for 3 for 6 yards and a touchdown. He also had 6 carries for 4 yards. Singleton had 10 carries for 55 yards, Lawson 2 for 2. Thompson 1 for 13, 1 catch, 6 yards and a touchdown. And Simpson had 3 carries for 32 yards, Brian.
Good job, Joey. One of these days, maybe you fill in for your dad.
It's more than welcome.
I'd hop right in.
36-7, your final score. Nick has our first Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game. I thought it should have been the blocked field goal. Nick's telling me it was the 52-yard touchdown run from Fitzsimmons to make it 21-0. Nonetheless, here's our first Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game.
Second and 13 now for Central Valley. Working left to right as we describe it. Mustangs showing blitz. Johnson takes the snap to Fitzsimmons. Big hole here up the middle. Look out. Fitzsimmons is going to break this one. Inside the Mustang 20, inside the 10, and Fitzsimmons into the end zone for 52 yards out for a Central Valley touchdown.
And the whole process, Steve, started certainly at the end of the second quarter, that blocked field goal return for the touchdown. And then, you come back with that run to start the third quarter, and that pretty much did Laurel Highlands in.
Well, that was a good part of it, and I think there's 3 big plays. That run by Fitzsimmons, the field goal that got blocked, and then also the third down and goal from the 4, and Rodney ran out to the left and threw the interception. And we're kind of fortunate that didn't get sent back the other way for a pick 6, but those were 3 big plays that really changed the face of the whole game. And you can't, those plays have to go in your favor if you're going to be a team like Central Valley. But the Mustangs, give them credit, they were hanging in this game, and Central Valley knew they were in this football game even at halftime. They were up. They had to feel very fortunate to be up 14-0 at the half, and then of course they came out in the second half and pretty much dominated play.
You have to think Brett Fitzsimmons, our Davis & Davis player of the game tonight.
Yeah. Got to give it to him for sure.
So a nice game this evening. We're back with a final word to say goodbye from Central Valley High School, 36-7. Warriors over the Mustangs here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Stop by Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop on North Gallatin Avenue in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by Phil Lucioni and Dominic Sabatini, Big Al's features 2